further ado, let us talk to the man who defeated Cody Garbrandt on Saturday night in Las Vegas, Mr. Don't Blink himself, Cody Garbrandt. There he is. He's back. Back-to-back shows. Still in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Hello, Kai. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How you been?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I told you. Told everyone.
You did.
My time.
You freaking did. Is that the best moment of your athletic career?
Oh, it doesn't get much better than that. It couldn't have scripted it any better. So, yeah, definitely the highlight of my career. And, it's just a special moment to shut up a lot of, doubters, a lot of people that counted me out, even Cody. Biggest thing that I took away from this week was the didn't take me serious. He said, "Are you big for this fight?" When I said, "Don't worry about Sean, worry about me," he said, "I don't have to worry about shit." And then at the weigh-in, I gave him a taste of what was to come, and he just laughed it off like he was just going to run through me. And I just channeled all that energy. And then when I stepped into the cage, I felt so calm, so controlled. And then I knew it was it was going to happen. I just visualized this for so long. Me, hitting Cody with a right hand, and then that just being the beginning of the end. So I'm glad it worked out. And another bonus. This is setting me up for hopefully a title shot.
So I don't know if you heard what I was saying. I know we were setting you up, but I felt before we brought you on, I was saying I felt like did I lose you? You still there? You're still there, right? You hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I felt like he was too dismissive of you. I like at the press conference where he was kind of shooing you off, and at the weigh-ins, I felt the vibes that he was putting out. Now I don't know if it was just him overcompensating. Was like, I'm a former champ, I'm a big star. Who are you? You're not on my level. That's the way it came across, and I feel like that's always a big mistake and a very telling sign when someone does that. Clearly, you picked up on that as well. You felt disrespected by him. Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just the way he, I guess, went about it, just not even really acknowledging me this whole camp, not even saying my name. He called me Steve.
Yes, he called you Steve.
That was the build-up,
That's crazy.
Took me back to when Muhammad Ali fought Sonny Liston, when he was calling him Cassius Clay, and the fighter said, "What's my name? What's my name?" So it was, pretty relatable moments when I was hitting him, and he now remembers my name. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Look at you pulling out an Ali reference. Are you like a fight historian? Do you love looking at that old stuff?
I'm a fan of icons and legends of the sport. Ali's the greatest, and I'm reading his book at the moment, The Greatest. So, it's pretty. It resonates with what I was about to do, and I'm into reading at the moment. It's one of my goals at the moment to get through 20 books next year.
Wow.
With my sports psychologist. That's one of his goals for me, just to challenge myself and educate myself more. So, you got to be able to, I like it. It's more like therapy for me, just zoning out and outside of fighting. That's something I never was into, but when you start reading autobiographies and people that you inspired by and how they did stuff, you can channel all of that and you use it as a tool. So when I was in there in Vegas and at T-Mobile Arena, I've such a stack card, such a all the eyes on you, and I just felt so present and so relaxed. I knew everyone back home in New Zealand was watching. I knew everyone was nervous. Even Eugene said he was more nervous watching than being there live in my corner.
Wow.
Just because you got no control. But I trust my team, and I knew my preparation had me ready for anything. 3-round war. If Cody was going to last all 3 rounds, or if he was going to come out guns blazing. So he didn't do that, and I was like, okay, I got to get ring control, and I got to draw it out of him. So it was a bit of a feeling out process at the start of that fight. But once I found, I guess, my range with my jab, my feints, I started to see him react a lot more. And then, I knew I just had to let the cannon go. And he tried to leg kick me at the same time. So his head wasn't offline. And that's when I caught him down the middle with that right hand that dropped him. And then, like the Undertaker, he rose back from the dead and was still in it. So, I was like, okay, cool. I know that the finish will come. Now he's hurt, but now that's probably when he's most dangerous. When he's rocked and he's just wrecked. I could read his body. He was just trying to swarm. And then once he got back to the cage, I was like, okay, I need to just pick my shots now. I can't be too reckless because I obviously don't want to get caught with anything. So yeah, we did our homework. We knew this was going to be a scenario. We didn't realize it was going to be so early on in the fight. But yeah, once I found my rhythm and found my range with my jab, I knew that right hand was right on target. So I just had to find the shot. So I just went right hand jab and then right uppercut that pretty much rocked him. And then yeah, Herb Dean saw enough and pulled me off. So special moment jumping on that cage and just screaming, saying, "Where you at, Moreno?" And then yelling over to Dana, and I told him I want a title shot. So I know there's a title shot happening in January. I'd love to be an alternate. I'm in Vegas for the next month. I'm going to be in Hawaii in a week, just chilling out. But I'm going to be around this area, this side of the world. So I'd love to be an alternate and step in if no one makes weight.
Ooh, okay, wow. You have just thrown a lot at us there. By the way, that's a fantastic idea, especially considering Figueiredo's history of, some close calls on the scale. Yeah. Have you thrown this out there to the UFC brass yet, or your management?
No, my management is all on board with title shot is our goal. This is why we fight. This is why we're in the UFC, to be the best. So they know this is the game plan, and this is what we want to do is ultimately be the champion. So we're going to be over here. I can't come back to my own country until mid-Jan. So if the UFC say we'll make you as an alternate and make weight and step in if need be, that's the sacrifice I'm willing to do. And I know I'm right there. I've got all the momentum, all the eyes on me now. Taking out a former champ, just making a statement, and just goes to show that it's a different time now. When I last fought Moreno, a lot has changed, and momentum's a powerful thing in the sport. And now you're seeing the proof of that, and just backing myself, man. Like once I'm in there, you can see that I'm a lot more calm and controlled, and I can see everything. The thing about our gym at City Kickboxing, we've always got good eyes. We can see things before it's about to happen, and it's about body language. It's about anticipating and just making those reads split seconds before it's actually happening. So it rubs off on me training with world champions. Like I said before, did you see Izzy's reaction on the fight?
I was going to ask you about it. Freaking amazing. What is it like for you to see that? And I know you probably know everyone in that room to a certain degree. To see the happiness and the emotion of your friends reacting to your beautiful moment. How do you even process that?
Yeah, it's having that's family. That's just raw emotion, and that's just unconditional support, love, and have your back no matter what. That's why every household in New Zealand would have been like that. I had so many videos from my family, the same exact reaction, just up on their feet, just on edge, on the verge of exploding, like Izzy was saying. And it's a special moment. Seeing that, seeing all the smiles on everyone's faces, and I love that. I love for that split moment in New Zealand. Everyone was just celebrating, and when I win, we win, and it means everything to me.
Incredible. By the way, you mentioned Eugene, who, as we talked about last week, couldn't be in your corner. But how close to the fight are you actually talking to him? Like, were you talking to him in the locker room, or by the time you go to the arena, is there no more communication? Do you do a little FaceTime chat? What do you guys do? Since it was so unique that he wasn't there this time.
Yeah, well, that morning we had a pad session, just a little blowout with the guys, and he was watching on FaceTime, and then, nothing really needs to be said more than need be. He's just reminding me of, stick to this, just look out for this. But yeah, just it's nothing too in depth. It's just more of just reminding me what we're going to be doing, and he knows that my experience plays a big part in this, and just staying calm and just backing myself. So he was just reminding me all of that. But yeah, we spoke to him just probably. I didn't really speak to him at all until after the fight, and I messaged him, and we were on FaceTime, and we were all celebrating in the back, and he was just so happy and so relieved that it all worked out. And yeah, it's a great way to end the year for City Kickboxing. You know, coming off a big win, and yeah, setting the gym up for next year.
By the way, the nickname that you have, Don't Blink, there's pressure that comes with that, right? There's you can't, you know, it's like calling yourself or being called Hands of Stone. There's pressure that comes with that. And so I'm wondering if the pressure of that nickname was getting to you in the sense that, like, you weren't finishing guys in the UFC. Now you are. You're on a 2-fight finishing streak, and it's like brutal finishes. Do you feel a little more relieved that you can call yourself this nickname? And maybe the nickname, you know, can mean a million different things, right? It's a great fight. You don't want to blink in a great fight as well. But when I think Don't Blink, I think, you know, quick knockouts. So did you feel that way about the nickname?
Yeah, obviously it's something that has to be given to you, a nickname. And it was given to me early on in my career. So yeah, having I guess the gift of being able to finish fights quickly like that, it's gonna sometimes hurt you because you're gonna be hunting it all the time. But in the UFC, you're fighting the best in the world, and you got to let these things just happen naturally. You can't force it. And I guess I just had to kind of find my feet in the UFC, you know, it's a mental thing as well. Obviously, just believing in what you're doing, and obviously the system that we do at our gym is working, and yeah, just trusting in that. And now you're seeing it all kind of come together. That's a combination, and momentum as well. So yeah, living up to my nickname, and you know, now people know if Kai's fighting, we can't miss that. It's yeah, it's always going to be a fun fight, and you know, he's always going to go for the finish. So yeah, I'm glad that it all worked out. 2 finishes, first round knockouts, taking out a former champ. No other flyweights doing this.
And, you know, I was going to ask you, hey, what's the difference between like this Kai Kara-France and the one from not that long ago where you had the stretch where you fought Royval and Moreno, and then we just heard your baby? I feel like being a dad has changed you. I feel like there's something, you know, you become a different person. I have felt it myself. I have 3 children. Is this accurate with you? Do you feel like a totally different person? Is it giving you newfound motivation and strength in there?
Yeah, definitely. It just gives me purpose, and yeah, just keeps me grounded. Like, you know, straight after the fight, you know, on the phone to my wife and seeing how they are. Yeah, and it just puts things in perspective. And you know, this is my goal, to provide for my family and to be the best version of myself. And you're just seeing that now, and just a lot more mature inside and outside the cage. And yeah, that dad strength was in full effect on Saturday night.
By the way, what did you say to Cody after the fight? There was a nice moment there where you went in front of him, and it looked like you were saying something to him as he was trying to process everything. What did you say to him?
Yeah, I you know, I obviously don't have anything personal. It's all business. I just went up to him and I just said, I hope you're all good. And I just said, you're a legend of the sport, bro. You know, keep your head up. You know, nothing but respect. And then I said, you know, we're both fathers. We're both fathers, and we want to be role models for our sons. So yeah, I just said, all the respect, bro. And yeah, hope you're okay. It's just what you know, that's my nature, to check on my opponents, and I don't want to, you know, do any more damage than needs be. So I know he's in a tough spot in his career now, with his you know, trying to reinvent himself at this new weight class. But you know, this is a fight game. It's a brutal sport. You know, it's either me or him, and I got to support my family. So this is how it goes.
Do you think he should move back up to 135?
You know, it's a tough decision to kind of to make. Maybe he has to step away from fighting for a little bit. Maybe I'm not too sure. When I was in a bit of a slump in my career, I was fighting at bantamweight. I just took time off and just focused on training. And then that's when I made the drop to flyweight after like 4 months of being away from fighting, just to kind of, I guess, not reinvent myself, but just, focus on the actual training part and just try upskill. And that made all the difference for me. But, you know, he comes from a great gym. I think, what is the team from our City Kickboxing? What is the numbers between? Because we've fought a few of the guys now.
Yeah. The record.
Chad Mendez against Alex Volkanovski, Alex versus Darren Elkins.
Yeah.
Then you've got
I feel like you guys are doing pretty
I
good.
fought Piver, who's one of the guys now as well.
Yeah.
And now Cody Garbrandt, so it's not looking good.
And they're generally nice fellows over there. I mean, for the most
part. No, I've got nothing bad to say about the guys. You know, I've met all of them, and they're always been really nice. So I was just being cheeky.
Yes, of course. So it was nice. By the way, did he say anything back to you in that moment?
You know, he's processing it. It's pretty hard to kind of have a full-on conversation. It was more just he just said thanks, bro. And, you know, I know what it's like. It would be tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. You just gotta just be in the moment. But I just wanted to acknowledge him, and that's why on the mic I asked for everyone to show their respects, because you know he is a legend of the sport in our weight class. On exciting fights, Dominic Cruz, iconic. That's what's put so many eyes on the smaller weight classes. Those fun matchups. So it's a timing, and it's now it's my time, and you know it's kind of like the passing of the torch. Everyone overlooked me. Everyone doubted me. When I did that, it's called a pukana. When I stick my tongue out and did a facial expression like that, that's in my culture a sign of respect. The All Blacks do it before their rugby games, our national team, and being a Māori and being from native heritage, that's a sign of respect, because we're laying down a challenge, we're laying down what's to come, and we're trying to set the tone of fight night, and that was just a taste of what was to come, and then I stepped into the battlefield, into the cage, and that's where I come alive. That's where I'm not the father anymore. I'm not the son. I'm the Māori warrior version of myself, and I just got to go in there and put on a show.
I'm happy you say that, because I think here in the Western world, people would say like, "Oh, he's being disrespectful. You're, slitting the throat." So thank you for that context. And now I appreciate it a hell of a lot more. What would you say to people, Kai, who will say like, "Hey," because on Saturday I was like, "Hey, they were going to give Cody a title shot. Make no mistake about it if he won that fight." So with that line of thinking, this guy deserves a title shot because he just beat the guy who was getting the title shot. And then I got a bunch of Askarov, Pantoja comments, right? What do you say to the people who say like, no, you need to fight someone else before you're in that title picture?
They went on the last pay-per-view of the year. They weren't on the main card, and they weren't in front of the former champ. I was. I knew what was. I knew the risk taking this fight. I knew, he's not ranked. He's coming down, but they've given him a title shot, and he actually couldn't take it because he had COVID. So that just shows that they rate him highly. And me stepping in, I was just, like he said, I was just a pawn. I wasn't supposed to spoil the party. I was just a feeder to build his hype for the title fight. But there's a big mistake there. I was the one that didn't take this fight lightly. I've been training my ass off, and we've been preparing, and you can't sleep on me, because that's what happens. Well, people saying that he needs to fight again, like I'll have a chat. I'll talk with the UFC and Dana, and after the fight, I told him I want a title shot, and he said we'll talk. So we'll sit down with them, and we'll see what the next move is. But like I said before, with this next title fight happening in January, end of Jan, I'm on the side of the world at the moment. I'll happily be an alternate and make the weight. I don't struggle making 125. This last cut was so easy for me. I was eating ice cream the day before, and
wow.
On the day I didn't really cut too much water weight. So you saw that you didn't see any effects on the weight cut, or people say, look how big Cody was compared to Kai, but it doesn't matter about size. Like once you find connection, once you're accurate and you get your timing, like you can see the powers there. I'm a good matchup against Figueroa or Moreno, either or. If one of them's unable to make the weight or falls out of the fight, people would love to see that. People want to see knockouts. People want to see finishes, and that's what I bring to the table. So
And it looked like the champ thought you were going to lose as well. I saw in his story, and I saw you reposted it, right? He said you lost him some money.
Yeah, I lost him some money, and I'm about to lose his belt as well.
I love it.
And Moreno, he's funny. He's yeah, he is, he's the champion. He is good at adapting. That's one of his strengths. He's good at the first round probably not going his way, but then he'll adapt and make the adjustments. But it's just different. It's different from when we last fought. And obviously Figueroa, he's a big threat as well. A bigger fighter. He struggles to make the weight, but he puts that size back on. But his gas tank's never really been an issue either. Like he can go all 5 rounds, which is surprising for a guy who's cutting a lot of weight. But he's reckless as well, which is a fan favorite thing. He'll swing and he'll bring the fight too, which I love. I want people to do that. Both matchups would be awesome. But we'll see what happens in the future. But like I said, we'll be ready. That's the ultimate goal, to be the UFC world champion, and it's looking the future is looking bright.
2 last quick things. I also saw a great scene when your team saw. It's great when we have access to this. I guess your team was watching the post-fight press conference, and Dana announces that you won the bonus. So you guys literally have it on the stream up there on the TV and are waiting to see what he says. You weren't even in the room, I think, right? And then they all tackled you?
No, I was sharing. I was sharing, talking to my parents, and because I wasn't even worried about, I wasn't watching it at all. I was just talking to my dad or my mum, I think, and then they kicked down the door and said, "You won the bonus." It was a great moment. Teammates celebrating with me. They've seen all the hard work, and it's nice to get recognition and get a little bonus like that.
Yeah, I want to see more of you and Tai Tuivasa on the same cards. The Tai and Kai show is a fun little thing that I saw you reference as well. And he's,
bro,
what a legend that guy
is.
He's
one of my good friends. Me and him were based in Thailand for quite a while. We've been grinding for years now, and in the local scene in Asia. So now to both be in the UFC now and make waves like we are. It's pretty cool that we're doing it all from the other side of the world. So proud of him. Happy for him. My UFC debut was on his card that he headlined against Junior Dos Anjos in Adelaide, Australia. That was Mark Hunt's last fight. It was a tough night for us. He got caught and ended up losing that fight, and went on a little bit of a slump after that. So it's awesome to see him back in full effect. Just knocking people out, doing what he does best, drinking Shui straight after. So proud of him and happy for him.
And I love the book thing that you mentioned. Just curious, as 2021 is coming to an end, how many did you read this year?
No, like I said, this is a new thing for me.
Oh, it's a new thing. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So this is the first.
No, I've read a few, 2 books.
Okay.
In the last month.
Good, but
man. I want to. There's a new challenge for me. I want to better myself. I want to be the better version of myself, and that just means educate and do stuff that I don't usually do because I know it's good for me. So that's just great. Another thing I want to do.
Do you pick the books, or does your guy pick the books for you?
He said he'll recommend some books for me to that he thinks I will benefit from, but it's stuff that I'm not going to read stuff that I don't want to read.
Sure.
But today I'm gonna go buy some. I know Moreno loves Lego. I'm a sneaker collector, so today I'll go out and buy a few sneakers for my wife and son and myself. So it's nice to kind of enjoy the fruits of your labor, and obviously not going to be spending the whole bonus, but we're going to be just enjoying ourselves, and then after this head to Hawaii and just chill out and just have that nice quality family time while we can.
Enjoy it, my friend. Congratulations on a fantastic win. It was beautiful to see. And then again, I said this on Twitter, I kind of wish that we would have a CKB fighter on every card just so we can see Izzy's reactions. And when you guys go on top, it's just amazing. I mean, man, I wish I had a friend like him. Jeez Louise. And all those guys, the way they were reacting to you, it honestly brings tears to my eyes. It's just such a beautiful thing to see that loyalty and love. So congratulations to you and the team. Enjoy the victory, and I can't wait to see what happens to you in 2022.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for the, I know you weren't counting me out. So I appreciate the support, and always good to talk to you, bro. Can't wait till the next time.
Yes, sir. All the best, you, Kai. Thank you so much. There he is, one
Appreciate
of
it,
the
brother.
top contenders at 125 pounds. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with him.